back in that same property where I spotted up them bucks about a week and a half ago. I brought Bud in here with me this time. We're just glassing this morning, seeing if those deer are on the same pattern. It's really calm right now, but overnight low dropped down to 41, so pretty chilly out here this morning. The winds are really supposed to pick up this morning. I think right around 15 to 25, they said higher gusts. So if Bud and I glass up a deer here, one of us will end up going after it. Our guy will sit back here and film. Hopefully that can happen. So that would be pretty sick. But Bud I already glassed up one doe, it looked like, and we're hoping these bucks filter back into this bedding area and we can glass one up. Bud ended up glassing a couple does moving from our right to left. Probably about 200 yards up there, pretty nice sized does. Still haven't seen them bucks or anything, but it's still early yet. But seeing a lot of activity this morning. Bud just glassed up a nice buck. Dude, that's him. That's him. Buck's working toward us. He's been staring at the does. We think we got a buck to our left. We just can't see him. We're continuing to watch that buck. Keeps on working toward us. He's on that fence row I saw him on the other day. Wind didn't set up to set on that fence row. We could have set up on a bush today, but we just want to see if one of them was still doing the same thing, and one is. It's kind of sweet. He's been working the licking branch for the past 5 minutes or so. But hopefully he keeps on working this edge. We might be able to make a play on him. He's still back there. He's still back there.
I don't see this one.
It's about 9 o'clock right now. He ended up dipping into some deadfall. We think he pushed off another good buck too. We consider stalking him right now, but thing is, he's right on public-private boundary, so we don't feel comfortable making that move quite yet. I think Bud and I are gonna go get some lunch, have a beverage or two, and we're gonna devise a plan for tomorrow. It's called light and variable winds, which is always fun because you're not sure which direction that wind's gonna go. All in all, really good glass session this morning. I think we glassed up around 10 does or so. 2 bucks. Who knows what that other buck was. And yeah, I guess the story on these bucks back here, continue. So I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, morning guys. The story's gonna continue on this buck or these bucks back here. But Bud and I have found a optimal setup confidence that we get a shot off and a kill are pretty high. I guess there's no hotter sign than actually observing what they're doing. I'm about practice in the yard yesterday. Feeling pretty confident with shooting, so as we get closer to the stand here, we'll talk about the setup. We'll see you guys there. I told you I'd see you in the tree, but me and Bud are just taking a brief little break here. What we see? Shooting frickin' star.
Yep.
Right where the buck came from. Right where we plan on killing him almost. This be a hell of a story.
Last time we saw a shooting star, we saw like 12 grouse and almost got them. That was a good hunt too.
So, I don't know, maybe things are actually looking our way for once. We just got set up in the tree this morning. Absolute bear of a tree. I don't know how we would have done this without two guys. But anyway, we got eyes on our buddy. He's right in the bedding area. He's making a rub right now. I'd film him, but it's a little dark. Right now, we can just barely see him with the binoculars. But hopefully he follows the same pattern, works this edge, heads towards this licking branch. And we have an opportunity this morning. Dude, that's a bigger one.
Yeah, I did at a different spot.
He's a lot bigger. That's that one. That's the big one, dude. Guys, we got really good eyes on him right now. It might be him. It's hard to tell.
If not, he's not a lot bigger. You know, he might be a little bit wider. That's about it. The height looked the same.
He's in front of us, about 150 yards or so. He's working down in the bottom just like yesterday. It's gonna be interesting to see if those does come through. He swings around like he did yesterday toward us.
This limb coming up right here. She's right behind that. That's why I couldn't see her.
Don't go into her right.
Still hasn't gone, so I did spook her off. We are lucky.
Unthinkable just happened to us. We have this skunk coming behind us. No, it didn't spray us. Oh, we're distracted by a frickin' skunk. We stop filming the skunk. We look up to our right. Guess what's looking at us? Mr. Big. Probably about 100 yards out, 125. He took off, ran up the hill. If you've been following along with our Wisconsin Whitetail series, in the last video I said we were done hunting for those bucks because we're going out to Wyoming. Well, Bud and I never made it out to Wyoming because we ended up having vehicle troubles. We never even made it out of the state of Wisconsin. So Bud and I made the best out of a tough situation, ended up going in after those bucks that I had patterned the previous couple weeks. We went in there the morning of October 2nd, I believe, glassed them up, tried making a aggressive move on them on October 3rd, ended up having all them does around us. Saw him right away in the morning. He did a big loop. We actually couldn't see him because we were on the lockdown like the entire morning from them does. We couldn't move or anything. And eventually he would work his way out in front of us when we were dinking around with the skunk. And he ended up busting us in the stand, unfortunately, and took off the other direction. We made some efforts the next day to try and glass him up. We couldn't make it an aggressive move because the wind wasn't great. Didn't glass him up or any other deer up. Then the next day, some other hunters went in there and we respect their space and backed out, let them have their shot on that property. Just a couple takeaways from what we could have done better on this hunt to potentially have a shot at this buck. What we wish we would have done differently is set up lower in the tree. We're getting picked off by does. We wish we would have had a little bit more back cover. Would have gave us a little bit more margin for error. Another thing that we wish we would have done differently is have a little bit better access. Bud and I think he caught our ground scent, what tipped him off on something not being right in the area. We wish we would have shifted our axis just a little bit more slightly. And the third thing is we weren't disciplined by filming that skunk. We should have been focused in the game. We knew he was around in the general area, and we just lost focus. I think it was because we had does around us all morning, and we were finally able to take a breather. And obviously it wasn't the right time to take a breather. I know this was a long closer, but just a couple takeaways for you guys. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll continue trying to hunt those deer down here in Wisconsin. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.